So it seems like we have some pretty big news going on with a pretty, sizable VTuber agency. And well, this has been a pretty shocking one because if you don't know, recently we've been covering Globie over a couple of months ago. Essentially, there was a big kind of mass graduation with a lot of talent obviously leaving the company, leaving the agency, right, due to management issues and some other stuff. And this was pretty shocking in itself. But it seems like we have another kind of announcement coming from Globie, and that's the fact that they're just gone now. They're going to be, shutting their doors at the end of the year. And this comes with a lot of other news to do with stuff like Brave Group, who have a holding in a lot of VTuber companies, right? So essentially, they put out in this important announcement saying, "Dearest Globies, in December 2023, Globie opened its doors to the VTubing world with a dream to reimagine what a VTuber agency could be. We set out to reflect the ever-changing, inclusive spirit of our global community, where culture, fandom, and creativity can come together in innovative ways. It is with a heavy heart that we must announce that Globie will close its doors on the 31st of December 2025. Our mission was to bring something truly different, and through 3 generations of incredible talents, we aim to show that diversity, ambition, and authenticity could define a new era of VTubing. As the sun sets on Globie, our talents will continue to shine. We'll begin a phase of their journey. So each of our talents will continue their VTuber activities independently, taking their character IP as their story continues. We are elated that these remarkable individuals will continue to inspire and shape the world of VTubing in their own ways. They say their futures are bright, and because of you, their legacy will live on, so please continue to support them. From the bottom of our hearts, we extend to our community, our creators, our partners, and the entire VTubing community. Thank you for supporting us in helping unveil the world together. With love and eternal gratitude, the Globie team." So yeah, Globie will be shutting down on the 31st of December, which is surprising. As I said, we had some murmurs of some issues going on behind the scenes when we had that mass graduation, but now it seems like they are now getting rid of everyone. Now, one of the things that I found very, very interesting is the fact that they've allowed them to keep their IPs. Now, that is great. That is really great. And obviously, we really love the fact that, companies are starting to allow people to keep their IPs after they leave, right? Which is amazing. But what I do find interesting is the ones that graduated a couple of months ago, they did not get to keep their IPs. At least as far as I know, that's what they said, that they would be kind of going on as a different VTuber going forwards, right? Now, are they going to go back to those people that graduated a couple of months ago and say, okay, you can have your kind of models back now that we're shutting down, you can just keep them and use them if you want to? Or are they just going to keep it as it is and, not allow them to use their own models over, this time, despite allowing all the other members to go indie? I think it is pretty interesting because they didn't leave that long ago, so maybe there's some talks behind the scenes for that kind of stuff. But again, if it isn't the case, that is kind of sad to see. Obviously, some people saying thank you for deciding to let the talents keep their IPs. Hope all talents have a good transition into being indies. So thank you for letting the talents keep their IPs. I said we'll be supporting them and hoping for a peaceful transition despite the sad conclusion. 100% true. Again, I really hope that everything goes well with this. And obviously, they put out another notice too, saying notice regarding the Globie official store. Apparently, the officials Globie will conclude his activity on the 31st of December. The store will close on the 15th of December, and the final deadline for all orders will be the 14th. So again, they are still taking orders until the 14th if you want anything from there, right? And obviously they're talking about digital downloads and things. Obviously they have a farewell sale as well to essentially get rid of a lot of the stock that they have there. And yeah, it is pretty sad to see. Now, we do have a reason behind this and why this might be going on at the moment, but we'll get into that in a second, as we have some reactions, obviously, from some Globie members, including Bonnie Barkswell, who is probably one of the biggest members, I'd say, out of the group, at least as far as I know. I'd like to begin by thanking all the Buccaneers. Your support has meant more to me than I can ever express. Things are about to change and there will be hard moments ahead, but I believe we can face them together. As per the announcement from management, Globie will be shutting down. It was an absolute honor to have to be cousins to the incredible talent groups under Brave Group, which is pretty interesting. I'm truly grateful I got to befriend many of them, and of course I will continue to cheer them on. I'd also like to thank my manager for helping me with so much, like literally everything. I've been given the opportunity to keep my IP, and I've chosen to accept this offer. Starting January 1st, 2026, I'll continue my journey as an independent creator, still the same Bonnie Barkswell you know. So again, they're going to be sticking with their current IP and going on as that, which is great to see. I said, if you have any company-related questions, please direct them to management. I also ask you to be kind and respectful to everyone involved. I know that both talents and management wanted Globie to succeed, and we all tried our hardest. Let's make these final weeks joyful and full of happy memories before we embark on our next adventure. So thank you once again. This will mark the beginning of a new chapter for us. I may not be a brave group talent anymore, but I will still try to be a very brave dog. Which obviously, yeah, a lot of people have been kind of sending a lot of love over to them, essentially saying, good luck, and yeah, everybody just being very, very nice, which again is great to see. Let's got other people as well. Soragaku Leon saying, as the statement follows, I, Soragaku Leon Jr., will be moving forward as an indie. It is truly sad to see, but I hope for the best for everyone with this. I hope we can all move forward for a better future and expand on what has been given to us. Now, yeah, this essentially, I wanted to go into exactly maybe why a lot of this is going on, is because it seems like Brave Group are taking some cuts now in terms of, I guess, underperforming groups or whatever, because if you don't know, Globie is owned by, or was owned by Brave Group. I mean, it kind of is, I guess, still, if they are shutting it down, but it is owned by Brave Group, which obviously have a hold on a lot of big VTuber agencies, right? And this announcement also came out around about the same time, right? Which is from FTW Entertainment, and they say, yeah, regarding the future of Brave Group US properties, they said, after a long period of restructuring, today marks the new chapter for FTW Entertainment, is officially launching as an independent company separate from Brave Group. This step enables us to pursue a renewed vision with greater flexibility and an even stronger support for supporting our talents in today's evolving Western media landscape. It said, as part of this transition, Chroma Shift, which literally just had their rebrand, by the way, which I think is crazy. They literally just rebranded, not even like a couple of months ago, right? L-Light and Oshi Live will now move under the FTW label, while V4 Mirai will stay with Brave Group US. This decision aligns with both parties' long-term goals and represents a positive, natural evolution for all parties involved. So yeah, obviously, it seems like these Brave Group kind of agencies, companies, whatever, will be joining up together and being separate from Brave Group now, because, yeah, as you can see here on the VTuber kind of, what do you call it, fandom, right? It shows exactly, yeah, Globie is a Brave Group European-centered project. If you go to Brave Group here, you can see that, we can go down to the companies that they own, all right, at the bottom. Yeah, so we got like stuff like A-Stars, Globie, which is the one that is now shutting down. They also own, these are the bigger ones down here, being V4 Mirai, which will still be under Brave Group US. They also own stuff like Vispo, which is also a really big kind of agency as well. I'm unsure about these other ones, so I haven't really seen too many people coming from them. But again, they own some pretty big, projects and stuff that have been going on. But it seems like, yeah, Globie will be shutting down, and also some of the other ones will be kind of joining up with each other. Again, they don't actually name all of them down here, which is pretty interesting, unless they've already updated it. But yeah, it is pretty interesting to see that is going to be the decision moving forwards. And oh yeah, no, they did actually announce it down here, saying announce the Chroma Shift, L-Light, and 3D motion capture studio Oshi Live. So yeah, it's going to be headed by Hayashi Norikazu, the former Brave Group US CEO. So yeah, it is done by someone who used to be the CEO of Brave Group US, and yeah, apparently V4 Mirai will be the sole VTuber agency under Brave Group US. So they are now down to just one US group, one US agency, which is interesting. People have been reacting to this over on virtual YouTubers as well, saying talents keeping their IPs is a W. Good for the company for doing the right thing despite the dissolution. From the small indie corpo boom in 2021, 2023, it feels like there are very few left, and many had drama and mismanagement surrounding them. Not sure if this was the case here, hopefully not, but all the best to the talents and the staff moving forwards. That I don't think so. I can't remember anything serious coming out though. I think it was simply about losing money, and that's it. By sub count, the only member above 100k is Bonnie, and the only other above 50k was Kiri. You can't run a meaningful company off of channels in the 10 to 50k sub range with commensurate viewership, which yeah, I do think is true. You know that it's very hard to run a company if you aren't getting the viewership that you need, you aren't getting the subs that you need from your talent. So again, that could also be a potential kind of factor to that. Said there are 1 or 2 talents that got terminated and then came out and attacked them, but it was a bit of a nothing burger in the end. Said they weren't beating their talents or making them work in the coal mines, but there was a deep whiff of incompetence and inability to run a public facing company. People saying, oh, okay, good, it's good that they get to keep their IPs, and that's the main kind of takeaway from this, is that hey, they're keeping their IPs, so it's okay. They say, with the whole restructuring and the news about FTW, it's abundantly clear that Brave is seemingly letting go of their assets that aren't performing well, or in the case of Chroma Shift, they just relegated those agencies to other companies. They said, while it's good they're keeping their IPs, I kind of feel bad for Kiri missing out. 100% true. They said that's kind of unexpected. They were still kind of new, and from the looks of it, they weren't doing bad. I guess launching a lot of generations in a small period of time didn't make that much profits to continue. On the plus side, it's a good thing that the talents were allowed to keep their IPs. They said they had a bunch of graduations recently, including their second biggest talent, which is true, and that was obviously a big hit to them. But yeah, I mean, that is essentially a full update on what is going on at the moment. Obviously, there's probably still going to be more stuff coming out from other members and things, and maybe even more Brave groups and things like that, which are going to be maybe discussing some changes that are going on. But for now, Globie seems to be shutting down on December 31st, and also Brave Group have let go of a couple of agencies to essentially merge them into FTW Entertainment. So that's gonna be very interesting to see how that plays out. And a lot of people are happy that the IPs are given, and hopefully things do good for the talent that are obviously leaving and have to navigate indie stuff together, right? But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go over to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Tomorrow will be the Black Friday sale stuff, which is going on, so I definitely recommend going over there. You'll get 20% off if you use the code that time. So yeah, go check that out tomorrow on Friday, Black Friday. And that's about all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.